To make the beef ribs, we need to make a really nice marinade, and that's where the miso comes in. We use the miso as a strong sort of base, and if you haven't tried miso before, I'm using a dark miso. It's more like a Vegemite sort of flavour, and it's
strong.
really thick and strong. So we'll get that going to start with, but I'll get some other ingredients into the bowl. You're going to mix it all around for me.
Am I using this utensil?
You're going to use that. It's called a whisk.
It's called a whisk.
Here we go.
I didn't know that.
Here we go. I'll squeeze in some chilli sauce because we want it nice and hot. And I've also got some light soy sauce to give it some flavour. About 2 or 3 tablespoons of each. And then if you can put your whisk in there and start whisking it around with the whisk, you're liking that, aren't you?
And there was not much in there, it would have been a bit odd.
And some teriyaki sauce because we like lots of flavour in here. And you'll love this one because I'm not going to add any salt because I know you're banging on, don't use salt, but everything I add to this ingredient will have plenty of salt in it.
Perfect.
And that's something you've got to keep in mind when you are making a marinade like this. It is going to be salty, so we will have a little taste of it. There we go. In goes some sesame oil, which is really, really nice. To sweeten things up, some brown sugar.
Oh, it smells good.
You're liking this, aren't you?
I do.
It's almost like therapy for you, isn't it? Mixing it around with a whisk. And I've also got some soya bean paste, which is the miso. This is quite chunky and firm. It's almost like Play-Doh. And if you have a little taste of it, it has that strong Vegemite sort of flavour. Now, I'm going to give that to you, and the reason I've got you with a whisk in there is you're going to bust it up. And that's why I've got you doing all of the hard work.
Yes,
you like that?
clearly I am.
Now,
Thanks, Richo.
I like a lot of chilli in here, so I've got this crispy chilli. You can buy it in a lot of Asian stores and supermarkets. Lots of crunchy stuff in there. This one has peanuts in it, so if you do have a peanut allergy, this is not the one for you, so be careful of that. But I don't have a peanut allergy, so in goes the chilli sauce.
You didn't check if I do or not, but that's okay.
You don't have to eat it. I'm eating it. And I've also got some vinegar because I like the sharpness with this.
Beautiful.
To mix it all around. In goes the vinegar. About half a cup of that goes in there. I'll just chop some coriander. If you don't like coriander, don't put this in, but I love coriander and I love the flavour it gives to it. It's fantastic.
Can I tell you, I use that paste that you've put in this marinade. I will use that and just make up a broth.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's just nice, hydrating, warming when you've had a really full-blown day. It just warms the soul.
A little bit of miso in there. Another thing you can do is use it as a stock base.
Yes.
If you put a tablespoon of that in, it gives it a lovely flavour.
Dumplings, veggies, perfect.
Exactly. Yep. So I've got some garlic and ginger just roughly chopped, and that goes straight in there.
Beautiful.
As you're whisking around.
It's going very well.
It's going very, very well. Now, there's a lot of flavour in there.
Yes, I can smell it.
You need a lot of flavour when you're braising something like this, which is a beef rib. You can see the bones are there, the intercostal muscles. You can see the little scapula down the end there, and that lovely...
I feel like I'm back at med school. Hold on.
Now, I just pour this over the top. This is how simple and easy this dish is. We're going to braise it low and slow for a long period of time, so lots of flavour work really, really well. Now, of course, I would normally marinate this for a couple of days in the fridge or at least overnight, but we're not going to do that.
No.
We're just going to get stuck into it and get it into the oven. Now, this is also a great dish if you've got a barbecue outside. That's a great dish. And another thing I like to do is scrunch it up a little bit and then unwrap it, and you'll find... See that?
Oh, so we don't want it to dry out. Is that why we're doing this?
Correct.
Okay.
You can put a lid on it if you want, and great for pot roasting. But if you cover it up with some baking paper and a little bit of foil, it stops it from burning on the outside and drying out on the outside and keeps all the moisture inside it. Really, really important. Now, this will go in a preheated oven, 160 degrees Celsius. It'll take about 3 hours to cook. And I'll know it's cooked because I'll lift it up, and when I give it a bit of a poke and it's nice and soft and wants to fall apart nice and gently, I know it's ready. So into the oven we go. Okay, Preeya, we're going to put together a nice little salady salsa because the beef is quite heavy and really rich, you know, especially with that miso flavour. So we need some really light ingredients, salad ingredients.
Yes.
What would you call them?
I would call them rainbows, but I'm loving, Richo, that you are thinking about the rainbow side of things.
Well, maybe I'm being brainwashed or you're just wearing me down, one of those things.
It doesn't matter as long as it's happening.
Exactly, exactly. So you probably call this like an Asian slaw in a way because I'm using Asian ingredients here. I've got some chilli going into the bowl. I'm also using some red onion and I'll slice that nice and thin. You've got some snow peas there?
Yes, I do. Talk us through this beautiful yellow, vibrant-looking daikon.
It's actually pickled daikon.
Yeah.
And they use turmeric to pickle it, and it looks like quite a long, big radish, white radish. And when you pickle it like that, it becomes quite soft And you often find it in the California roll. If you go get a California roll, that's the yellow thing through the middle of it.
What's happening here? Is this going in this?
You can squeeze the limes in there, and you can also cut some coriander for me. And one of my favourite things is also pickled ginger. If you can shred that up for me. Now, one of the things I like to use a lot of is this cabbage here. It's called wombok, and it's really soft and sweet. And if you don't like cabbage, do try wombok because it is really, really delicious. Peel off the outer green layers, give it a bit of a wash, and then cut it nice and fine like this. You can either pickle it, use it for kimchi, or shred it.
I'm dying to tell Richo this. I'm trying to find a gap in the conversation here.
I can see that.
I grow wombok, Richo, is what I wanted to say.
Oh, well, we'd like to see it. I'd like to see the wombok. I'd like to see
When I feel safe and ready, you'll be invited. But the wombok, you can do a beautiful crispy noodle salad with it.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And I also use it to make a kimchi pancake. If you've got a little bit of kimchi, add some wombok to it, and then make a pancake out of it.
Competitive about the...
There's nothing We're just sharing recipes, aren't we?
We're sharing in a competitive manner. It's all okay.
Exactly. In goes the wombok. I've got some spring onions here. I'll cut up the daikon. You've got the lime in there. We'll put some olive oil, salt and pepper in there, and cut up these cukes so they've got lots of crunch in them. This will be delicious.
It will.
Can't wait for that beef, though. Okay, we're ready to go. This has been braising beautifully. It's nice and soft, and I'll just pick that up carefully and pop that on there. Can you spoon some of the sauce on top of it?
The goodness, can do.
Because we want to have lots and lots of shine on there. But what I'm looking for with this is it's got to be nice and tender. See, I can just push my fork into it really, really easy like that. That's what you're looking for. When it's tender like that, you know it's cooked to perfection. You're loving it, aren't you? Now, what I'll do is I'll flip this over. Watch this one. This'll keep you... Look at that.
I just, Richo, love the way you look at meat.
I do.
It's just a serious love affair.
It is. I love meat. I love anything with a pulse. You know what I mean? I just want to tuck straight into it. And the beauty of this dish is we've got plenty of sauce on there.
Wow.
And this is what you'll love. This is really heavy. There's a lot of flavour in there and it packs a punch. So you need something to lighten it up. And that's where this little salad comes into it. Now, I just want to have a little taste of the meat. If you want to grab your fork
Okay, get in. You don't need the knife because it's so...
It just falls off the bone, doesn't it?
Tender is the word.
That's what you're looking for. It just falls off there, and all of that flavours.
Wow.
The strength of the miso goes all the way through it. That's really, it's almost like, you know how I use the term Vegemite? It's got that sort of tartness to it, which is beautiful.
That's beautifully balanced, though. Everything just comes together beautifully. I'm loving this. I need to have a taste of this. I'm going to take that beautiful little cucumber from the top.
Rainbows, pickles. Enough acid in there to cut through the beef, isn't it?
And I love it because it's got some different stuff in it. So you've got the miso, which is already good for your gut health, and then you've got the rainbows to just top it off. I quite like this.
Perfectly balanced meal.